I don't know why connection to Facebook keeps getting denied, but whatever. They be hating. I understand. Anyway, let me get right into it because what's happening is I'm going to be doing all of my talks, all of my stuff that I go over, whether it's tarot card reading, whether it's current events, whatever it is, my lives will be here and on my Patreon. Hi, sis. How you doing? Yay. So now I'm not talking to myself. I got a friend. Yep. So I'm going to be here instead of on Facebook like that because Facebook be blocking me too much. And I need some place to be able to say what I got to say and don't worry about it getting blocked because I'm not offending anybody or anything like that. And yeah. So what I want to get into today is about the Constitution. Act 6 to be exact. Act 6 is important because that is the act that refers to us as the republic, as people on the land. So let me read it for you. I wish I could like have some kind of screen share something or something that I could show y'all so y'all could see what I'm talking about. But definitely when you get a chance, go look up the Constitution, Act 6, and look at it for yourself when you get a chance so you can see the stuff that I'm talking about. I'm going to show you. This is Moore's treaties, a guide to the treaties and declarations. And I read through the book. It's a cool book. It's a real cool book. But I was looking at this and something just popped out to me like, wow, we really didn't learn how to read, guys. We didn't learn how to read. We learned how to recite shit. We remembered some words and we learned how to recite, but we didn't really learn how to read. Because as much as we say we know stuff, they write the laws a particular kind of way, and because we already don't read the laws, stuff be going over our heads, right? And then when we look at the laws, we not necessarily reading all of the punctuation marks. We're not paying attention to where capitals are in the sentences. They have taken things that appear to be like it's in general and they made it into a proper thing. They put it in a proper context. So it becomes an actual factual thing that has to be addressed by an actual factual person for real. I'm going to read it to you. It says the Constitution is in capital, and the laws of the United States, which is also in capital, which shall be made in pursuance of. Pay attention to that, right? Which shall be made in pursuance thereof, semicolon, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States, comma, shall be the supreme law of the land. That is also in capitals. And the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything, 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 not one word, anything, any space thing in the Constitution, which has a capital, or laws of any state to the contrary, notwithstanding. Let's break this down, people. Let's break this down because there's people out here who are they're correcting their statuses, but they aren't proclaiming nationality. It's going to be hard for you guys moving forward to get through certain things and have certain privileges or rights or have your inalienable right properly activated if you're not functioning underneath nationality. It says right here that the and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land. All treaties shall be the supreme law of the land. So if the supreme law of the land demands that people who look like me have a nationality, right, in order to have your inalienable human rights protected as you function and live in this United States of America, because it is a corporation, then you need to be operating underneath your nationality so you don't get treated like a corporation and be denied your inalienable rights. Which, if you stand on your nationality, you got to proclaim the thing. And proclaiming nationality does not mean you yelling from the four corners of the goddamn earth that you're removed. That's not proclamation. Proclaiming your nationality is not even going down to the birth certificate place and having your birth certificate removed and writing the letter to the state treasury letting them know that you're going to be operating as a personal bank. You understand what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's going on, cuzzo? You know what I'm saying? Those are just steps in the process. But to actually do the process, you got to let the state in which you live and have your residents know that you are an indigenous person and what nation it is you belong to. A lot of us think it's enough to say I'm American or I'm Native American or I'm indigenous American, but the contracts was made with nations. The contract was made with nations. So you have to apply underneath one of the nations that they made the contracts with in order to enact or reinforce anything in the Constitution. They're not going to tell you what you want to know just because you feel like you did a thing. If you don't go through the process the way the process was designed by ours truly, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then you will not be recognized. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. We have to understand, my fellow melanated people, that we in the middle of a reset. See, things have been set in place from over 2,000-3,000 years ago, before we was born, before we were even thought about. Things were already set in place, and it gotta play all the way out. We can't show up in the ninth inning of the game and try to change the rules to it. It don't go like that. We not stupid, we not retarded, and we not weak. We have recourse. It only takes for us to actually get into the knowledge. Read it. Get into the knowledge. Do what you got to do so you can understand what's going on, and then put yourself on the proper side of the law so you don't have to be fighting and begging and contesting and going through the rigmarole with the system. Because unfortunately, a lot of people that have that are operating underneath the UCC and they are operating underneath the treaties are going to hit a brick wall. I think this is a game, but you're going to hit a brick wall. You're going to hit a brick wall. You're going to go through the system like everybody else. They're going to treat you like everybody else. You're going to be going down to the courts, making demands, wanting to see this, wanting to talk to this one and that one. And they're going to be telling you, have a seat, sir, or you're going to get removed. Like they're going to treat you like a nobody because they don't got you down on record. The Department of Diplomat Services don't got your information. They don't know who the hell you are. You're not in diplomat status. You're not in national citizen status. You might be in private citizen status, but if you're in private citizen status and you haven't claimed nationality, guess what, boo? Your bond is up for grabs, even if it's in your possession. Your bond is up for grabs, even if you own your bond with your government name on it and it's owned by your appellation or your corrected status. If your corrected status is not in a trust separate from the United States of America, then you are still in the matrix. You still in here, boo. And the only way you're gonna come out is you gotta immigrate out like everybody else. When people come from other countries, they go through an immigration process here. You gotta go through the same thing when you're coming into another nation, even if the nation is on the same soil. So we gotta get our minds right, get our brains wrapped around these terminologies and these concepts and stuff, and understand that number one, this ain't nothing that the white man made up. This is something our ancestors made up, actually, to weed out some of y'all fake ones, because some of y'all is fake as fuck. Some of y'all not organic human beings. Some of y'all are organic portals. That's it. Y'all are here to keep giving birth to people to be a portal for the authentic organic souls that will be coming to the planet. But not all of y'all are that. Some people are here just to make way for the gods, you know. And after y'all do your part, y'all kind of just, you know, y'all got choices to make, but a lot of y'all are gonna make the choice that your nature, your flesh is gonna call for you to make, which is you're gonna take the shots, you're gonna go along with this whole reset, and your ass gonna be in slavery another 200 years. Because every Indian can't be a chief, you heard? Every Indian can't be chief. But we do live on a planet that is ran by nobles. We are a nation of priests. We are a nation of priests, a priesthood nation, a divine people. And the only way to weed out divinity, real divinity from non-divinity, is to make shit hard and then let people choose. You got heaven and earth. You got heaven and hell. Put everything on the earth and let people choose where they belong. You know? So y'all got some choices to make. Y'all got choices to make. Because like I told y'all last year, that it was going to be another pandemic coming in 2021. I am going to go back into my Facebook and I'm going to pull up those posts that I was telling y'all, get your minds right, get your stuff together, because they got more coming. I warned everybody, and I'm warning y'all now. This door-to-door stuff that they doing is only a test run. They are going to mandate this shit on y'all while y'all sleeping. While they see y'all going along with everything, they like, yeah, they ready. They ready. Go ahead and take them. They ready. Let me get a pretzel or two. They ready. Y'all ready. Y'all are cattle. Y'all are being sheep. And y'all being led to the slaughter. But at the same time, it's like, I can't even stop some of y'all from going to the slaughter. I don't even want to. No need to. Can't save everybody because everybody don't need to be saved. At least not this lifetime. Not this lifetime. Sorry. Sorry. We gotta grow all the way up, y'all, and realize what's happening here. Now, with that being said, growing all the way up and realizing what's happening, we gotta peep when history is repeating itself. They done killed the Haitian president. Haiti, Hispaniola. That's Hispaniola, y'all. Haiti is Hispaniola. Haiti is where Christopher Columbus first started doing the bullshit at when he came to the Americas. He didn't come straight to the States. He didn't come straight to the mainland. They was coming around these islands for a little while. They was scoping us out. They was watching to see which of us peoples on this side of the globe was more nicer, more passive. Because they was watching us. They was getting to know their enemy. Because they know what they have planned for us. So they went to Haiti. They went to Hispaniola. Hispaniola was ran by Arawaks, Arawak people and Tainos mostly. Taino and Arawak. They went there where the Arawaks and the Taino were on the richest port on the way in. When you coming from the west part of the world or coming in from the north, and you come through Central America and everything, you're gonna hit Haiti, you're gonna hit Hispaniola first. That's one of the first places you're gonna hit. And it's one of the richest islands in the Americas. They got minerals and stuff in that soil like you can't believe. They got plants in that soil like you can't believe. That's why they called it Treasure Island. And they went there to Treasure Island because the people there were pleasant. They was nice. They were comforting and welcoming. They rushing out to the water. You understand? With gold and fruit and flowers and stuff like that to give welcoming gifts to their guests. Bad Columbus and them gave them food. The whole time Columbus is watching them like, I may not have to kill everybody first. I might could just tell them what to do. I might could just tell them what to do. They went to the Arawaks. They went to Haiti first. They went to Hispaniola first because it has some of the largest ports in the Caribbean. It has some of the largest ports. They can control the flow and the traffic of goods. Do y'all understand why y'all getting vaccinated? I wonder if y'all understand. They did this shit before when they was creating the New World. Came over here, took over the islands, killed all the kings, killed all our Moorish kings, Comanche, Montezuma, took them all out. And then they inserted themselves as the authority and made everybody on the island bend and bow to the queen or be murdered. They getting ready to do it again, y'all. They done took out the Moorish king. They done took the Moor off his post, y'all. They ready to go in there and force people to take this vaccination. If they do that in Haiti, they're gonna do it to you. And they're gonna do it to Haiti. They're gonna do it. And they're gonna do it to you too. They put their stuff in place. That Haitian president was not letting no vaccinations come in his country. He was not forcing his people to vaccinate. And he said plain and simple, we have a special relationship with the earth. We don't need to take vaccinations and stuff. We use what the earth gives us. We have a special relationship with the earth. You hear what this man said? And they popped him for it. He's saying they have a special relationship with the earth. Meanwhile, they got the lowest numbers of COVID infections. They have like the lowest on the planet. The lowest on the planet. Nobody in Haiti died of coronavirus. Not a one. Not a one. So in his mind, which is like mine, he thinking this ain't no real emergency for me. We not taking no vaccination. The relationship we have with nature works in our favor. And they killed them for it. They killed him for it. He was in their way. That Moor was on the whole island with all the good stuff. And he don't want to bow to the king, to the queen. He don't want to get down with this shadow government. He don't want to get down with this coup de grace they got going on, but they trying to overthrow humanity with this vaccination and this technology mess. Where they tagging y'all like wild animals and then throwing you back into the sea while they tracking you with the devices they put in your system. It sounds like mad science, but that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. So I'm telling y'all, get out there and nationalize and do it the proper way. Do it the proper way. Because as it says in Act 6, and I'm gonna be going over some more stuff. Some more more of the Constitution and more history, letting y'all trying to explain more what's going on, what's happening here. Because for some reason, people got too much going on and y'all not connecting the dots. So somebody got to help y'all connect the dots so y'all can try to save yourselves. Because there is nobody coming. There's no superheroes, only in the movie. In real life, we are all our own hero. But like it says here, all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land. Shall be the supreme law of the land. As a Moorish American people, the supreme law of the land is you. You are the supreme law of the land. You embody the law. You are the law. You are God. As a Moorish American, like these things are written down. Library of Congress. They know who we are. But they not volunteering nothing if you don't. They're not going to protect you. Because they kind of want you off the planet anyway. They want you off the planet or in chains and controllable. They don't want you out here being yourself. Because once you are being yourself, that limits their access and their control to what is rightfully yours. Okay, y'all, we dealing with criminals. And this is not 532 AD. We have been around these people now for a few centuries. We know how they behave. We know their tendencies. And we know their plans. So it's time for us to stop being afraid and act accordingly. Protect yourself. Do not be so afraid that you don't even try. You got to at least try. All right? Get you a couple of books. This one is a cool one. I zipped through it in about an hour because I be fiending. I be fiending to see something that I never saw before. So I be going through the books like on nerd. I be on nerd. I ain't gonna even lie. But we're gonna go through a couple of these treaties and I'm gonna explain certain things to why we have the rights that we have. And I'm gonna keep insisting that you nationalize and that you do it the right way. This is not 50 years ago. This is not 50 years ago, but we had time to argue and debate and all of that stuff. That crap, that time has passed. And we don't have time to go back into that. We got time to move forward and save ourselves, and that's it. And if the method that some people have been working with have not worked all this time, they keep have coming up with some kind of problem, that means try something different. Try something different. I know for a fact when you stand on your nationality, when you stand on your human rights within its proper context, they not arguing with you. They not arguing with you. They not. They not fussing with you because you good to go. And they don't want to find out the hard way, the depth of your knowledge. They don't want to take that chance. So I'm about to wrap this up, come up off this, but I like this vibe right here. Shalaya, thank for coming. Thank you so much for sticking out with me and showing up. Let everybody else know, keep this link because I'm not going to be talking this stuff on Facebook no more. It got me too targeted. I'm tired of being targeted. Y'all want to know? I'm gonna be right here talking to myself or talking to the strangers who find me. That's it. But I'm not putting myself through the headache with Facebook too much no more. I'll have my products up there. I'll have I'll announce that I'm going live like I did today, and I'll have the link up and I'll do some stuff, but most of my posts are gonna be coming from my Patreon and from this app right here. So you guys can I'm coming off of Facebook with the serious stuff. Because they don't like me. They blocked me for Juneteenth. They blocked me because of Juneteenth. I was telling people that they didn't get free. Emancipation don't mean you got freed from nothing. And they blocked my ass. That bitch, you won't tell nobody else the truth today. You won't keep talking. You won't keep this up all week at all. They shut me down. 30 days, no posting. 60 days, no going live. So 60 days, no going live. I will be right here. And when that 60 days is up, I will still be right here. I will not be doing those serious lives on Facebook anymore. So if you want these good gems, stay with me. That's it. Share the link, share the app, you know. And I encourage everybody. Yeah, they blocked me for Juneteenth, sis. They blocked me. They said you won't tell nobody else the truth today. You won't tell nobody else the truth all month. Oh my God. All I could do is laugh. All I could do is laugh because this is just pushing me to do what I should have been did and just really get on my broadcasting, really get on my content creating and putting it in the proper platforms and stop squandering. I don't want to say squander, but stop misappropriating my energy on Facebook, you know? But I'm out of here. I'm gonna be back tomorrow morning though, and of course I'm gonna post it before I go on. I kinda dig this. I dig this. I dig it. When I'm gone, when everything is over, you guys can come back into the app, find the channel, and go, and the lives will be here. You won't have to worry about going through my profile page to find any particular live. Everything will be right here. Okay? So I'm gonna catch up with y'all next time. Islam. Assalamu alaikum. I live in peace and I live in love. And I hope you do too. Later. Enjoy the rest of your evening.